Zechariah 13. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes the direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yah is short for YahWeh, YahWeh, Yod-He, Vav-He. It's like saying Dan, Daniel, Daniel with an E. There's no difference. It's just a different way of saying his name or pronouncing his name and spelling his name, but it's still the same name. Yah is short for, Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only. And Yah is an extremely jealous El. He doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. And the letter J is about 600 years old, while the son of Elohim, Yehoshua, died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity more than 2,000 years ago. And a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Yehoshua is Joshua. Zechariah 13. In that day a fountain shall be opened for the house of David and for the inhabitants of Jerusalem for sin and for uncleanness. You know what else I can't wait to do? I can't wait to shake David's hand. That's going to be amazing. So amazing. Like, hey David, you're one of the only ones, you know? There's very few of them that were actually like hardcore 100% for YahWeh. There's people who were like, they did things, but they didn't do all the things that they should have done. But then there's people like David who did everything without question, without ask. It was amazing. I wish I had that kind of relationship that David had with YahWeh. That I wish I could have that same relationship. But this day and age, it's now a time of proving your faith for YahWeh. Anyways. In that day a fountain shall be opened for the house of David and for the inhabitants of Jerusalem for sin and for uncleanness, and it shall be in that day, declares YahWeh of hosts, that I cut off the names of the idols from the earth, and they shall be remembered no more, and I shall also remove the prophets and the unclean spirit from the earth, and it shall be when one prophesies again, then his father and mother who brought him forth shall say to him, you shall not live, because you have spoken falsehood in the name of YahWeh. And his father and mother who brought him forth shall pierce him through when he prophesies. And it shall be in that day that the prophets shall be ashamed, everyone for his vision when he prophesies, and not put a hairy robe on in order to deceive, but shall say, I am no prophet, I am a farmer, for a man sold me as a slave in my youth. And one shall say to him, what are these wounds in your hands? And he shall say, because I was struck at home by those who love me. A sword awake against my shepherd, against the man who is my companion, declares YahWeh of hosts. Strike the shepherd and let the sheep be scattered, but I shall turn my hand upon the little ones. And it shall be throughout all the soil, declares YahWeh, that 2/3 therein are cut off and die, and 1/3 is left therein. And I shall bring the third into fire, and refine them as silver is refined, and try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I shall answer them. I shall say, this is my people, while they say, YahWeh is my Elohim. Ooh, so beautiful.